This video will demonstrate expression of meibomian glands following targeted heat therapy with eyelid devices of the tear care system. This is a 74-year-old female with severe dry eye who has failed over-the-counter lubricants, punctal plug placement, inferior punctal cauterization, years of restasis, and several months of Xiidra treatment. She has inspissated clogged meibomian glands that contain solid meibum. She has significant corneal staining, as seen here, with fluorescein cobalt blue lighting and a Ratten filter. Several drops of tetracaine have been placed into the eye. At this point, meibomian gland expression will be performed at the slit lamp. It is important to get lighting good. We start here with the nasal eyelid, and the forceps is placed into the fornix, and expression is then conducted several times from fornix towards the margin or towards the meibomian gland orifices, as you can see here. You can see meibum being expressed from the orifices. This would have been solid had it not been for heat therapy. Expression is then conducted towards the central zone of the eyelid. So break the eyelid into nasal, central, and temporal zones and start expressing meibum in each of those zones, basically from fornix towards eyelid margin. So attention is now turned to the central eyelid, and as you can see, meibum is being successfully expressed using several serial compression steps. The patient's forehead and chin should be kept forward, and the patient should be coached through this. They are less sensitive than one would think when the forceps are applied closer towards the fornix. It is the eyelid margin that is the most sensitive. You can see an oil slick of meibum now on the precorneal tear film. Attention is turned towards the temporal eyelid, and expression again is conducted from fornix towards the eyelid margin. A significant amount of meibum is being seen egressing here from the meibomian gland orifices. So at this point, the lower eyelid has been treated. All three zones have been treated. Often a second pass is conducted by me just to make sure that I've left really nothing or minimal meibum in the terminal ducts of the meibomian glands. So basically quick second pass before we turn our attention to the upper eyelid. So again, fornix towards margin, and there you have it. So the lower eyelid has been successfully treated. The patient is then instructed to look down, and again is given a little bit of a heads up that the upper eyelid may be more sensitive than the lower eyelid to meibomian gland expression. So the patient is instructed to look down, the eyelid is averted just a little bit, and the forceps are passed. An attempt is made to pass them a little bit above the roots of the lashes, which are the most sensitive to compression. And you can see again this type of compression. Now we're in the temporal zone, proceeding basically from fornix gradually down towards the eyelid margin. You can see a significant amount of meibum coming out, even from the upper eyelid, which is felt to contribute less meibum to the total precorneal tear film. At this point, attention is turned towards the central eyelid. So we're proceeding sequentially from side to side. And again, above the root of the lashes if possible, not so much there, but then gradually compress towards the margin there. At that point, I tried to correct myself. This is a little bit more sensitive and ergonomically more challenging. And now attention is turned towards the nasal eyelid, and compression again from fornix towards orifices. So if you can think of it in three zones: nasal, central, and temporal, and then progress from fornix towards eyelid margin. So upper eyelid has been treated. For the sake of this trial, in order to standardize meibomian gland expression and to ensure that it's thorough, we'll do a second cycle. There's some foam there that you saw on the in the tear film meniscus. Now it's gone down into the fornix. That's just meibum. And again, nasal from fornix towards meibomian gland orifices, and a significant amount of pressure is placed there to achieve this, with the goal of getting as much meibum out and hopefully ending with clear meibum coming out if possible. Sometimes some meibomian glands are either atrophied or will not open, and sometimes it's not possible to get all the glands, but most of the time you can get meibum from the majority of them, if not most or all of them. So lower eyelid has been treated. Overall, I zoomed out a little bit and just taking another pass, making sure, especially with the lower eyelid, that we have achieved significant expression. Attention is now turned to the upper eyelid temporally, and again, fornix towards margin. You can still see meibum coming out at this point. It's more clear. It's not the solid or more pasty stuff that you saw earlier. Most of this is, as you can see, molten because of the targeted heat therapy from the TearCare eyelid devices. Central zone is being expressed, and now the nasal zone. This essentially completes the Meibomian gland expression. So 2 cycles, lower lid, upper lid, fornix to margin